Leave your comments on the Ask Reddit sub, and I'll read your answers on the next episode of LWIAR. What's older than we think? Dude, I don't know anything else about the Indus Valley civilization other than the freaking plumbing. Indian history textbooks would not shut up about it. When I was a kid I used to wonder, why are they still talking about the plumbing? There had to be something more interesting happening there other than people taking a crap and then washing themselves in the intricate public pools while their crap is being transported by always flowing sewers. Then I found out that that's all we know about those frickers. Nothing else survived that was worth taking about other than the fricking plumbing. Unfortunately, it was discovered when the British found a trove of high-quality bricks and used thousands, possibly more, to build a railway station. India, Hindustan then. Now it's in Pakistan. Before someone realized that they fricked up a one-of-a-kind planned ancient civilization. Indus Valley civilization had planned roads, grid pattern. Some houses were 2 stories or maybe even 3 stories high. Their engineering was very advanced and is possibly the first planned city made by humans. P.S. They also had the first decent-sized swimming pool made by humans, named the Great Bath, likely used for rituals. The most interesting part is that the entire civilization with a lot of cities just vanished one day, like poof. No signs of a war or anything like that. Some even say it was climate change, rivers dried or changed route, and many more reasons, all debate-ale. Their script is still not decoded. It is indeed very fascinating. Ancient Minoans tilde 3100 BCE had hot and cold running water and an extensive sewage system. Mahajapit, Mapajahit, Ma-ya-pa.hit. Tonga time. No don't. Something's alive in the ocean. What? Musical notes. Something's alive in the ocean. Musical notes. All very well, but apart from the central heating, what exactly did the Romans ever do for us? All right, but apart from the sanitation, the medicine, education, wine, public order, irrigation, roads, a freshwater system, and public health, what have the Romans ever done for us? Pleasure peers, go on. I knew they were old, but damn not that old. I looked it up, and fossils are said to be around 450 million y.o. My contribution to this thread was ferns. 359 million y.o. But sharks are another 100 mil before that. Mind equals blown. Edit. I'll put my original factoid here since infinitely more people are going to see this comment than my original 5 update comment lol. And 2, because gracious strangers have gifted me with whatever these awards are lol. Hope you all learned something about my favorite plant. Ferns. The fern, class Polypodopsida, class of non-flowering vascular plants that possess true roots, stems, and complex leaves and that reproduce by spore, constitute an ancient division of vascular plants. Some of them as old as the Carboniferous period, beginning about 358.9 million years ago. And perhaps older. Their type of life cycle, dependent upon spores for dispersal, long preceded the seed plant life cycle. For comparison, that puts them about 113 million years older than non-bird dinosaurs, which lived between about 245 and 66 million years ago. Source. Fun fact about evolution: there was a time when trees existed before there were microbes to decompose them. The trees were made of lignin and cellulose, and the microbes that could eat them took some time to evolve. These trees grew 150 plus feet tall and had shallow roots, so they fell over quite easily. The trees would fall down to the forest floor and just sit there. They wouldn't decompose, so you'd have forests that were hundreds of feet deep of just fallen over trees. Does that mean the Earth will never have new coal deposits? I know geologic processes happen over eons, but crazy to think it's a one and done kind of thing. Yet the US state of Wyoming still only has 2 of them. Granted, it's not like Wyoming has enough people to really need any more. The name Tiffany, it dates back to the 12th century, and has actually led to a thing in writing called the Tiffany problem, because you can have a well-researched historical novel that people just don't buy into, because you named your 12th century peasant Tiffany. It just sounds laughably anachronistic. This is the kind of crap I came here for. The Virgin Mary versus the Saint Chad. Tiffany, it's Greek, too. Theophonia is the root Wait, Tiffany is just feminine Theophanes. Hilarious. Theophane. The Tiffany problem makes me think of Shakespeare's The Merchant of Venice and the name Jessica. He wanted the love interest, who was Jewish, to have a super exotic name, so he invented the name Jessica. The name has become so common since then that it's totally lost its effect. Shakespeare also randomly invented the word gossip because he needed to define a bunch of wives in the town talking crap and spreading rumors. And now it's part of common English language. Edit. Okay, not randomly, per se. I guess he was the first to put into usage in writing, and possibly the first to use it as a verb. And if you like authors inventing first attesting words. en.wikipedia.org. Absent. Accident. Add. Agree. Bagpipe. Order. Box. Cinnamon. Desk. Digestion. Dishonest. Examination. Finally. Flute. Funeral. Galaxy. Horizon. Infect. Ingot. Latitude. Laxative. Miscarry. Nod. Obscure. Observe. Outrageous. Perpendicular. Persian. Princess. Resolve. Rumor. Scissors. Session. Snort. Superstitious. Theater. Trench. Universe. Utility. Vacation. Valentine. Veal. Village. Vulgar. Wallet. And wildness. Are a few that are most commonly used of the 1977. Yeah, first attested is a loot different than created by. Fax machines. They were invented in 1843, before the telephone. www.thoughtco.com. A samurai could have used a fax machine. The amount of PDF scans I receive that are a scan of a printed spreadsheet makes me want to just sell everything I own and live in a van. Requesting data from clients is the worst. You can email files that aren't a PDF. Printers should be illegal, so people have to figure out how to just send the original file. Bonus points when the scan they send you has like half the pages upside down. So as you scroll through, you have to keep rotating the freaking PDF. Honestly, it's more likely than you think. Aside from the armor, after the unification of Japan, the samurai mostly became bureaucrats because they didn't have much fighting to do. Samurai as office workers, it's more likely than you think. This samurai cut costs in half. You won't believe how he did it. Lead acid, like car batteries, are rechargeable. Lead acid batteries get seriously damaged by deep discharges. AFAIK, that's why they're so huge. They have to be massively overspec to prevent the risk of accidentally getting run down. A primitive car would likely have no built-in way to prevent this event. So an early adopter would have to be very careful to keep their battery obsessively topped up and avoid long trips, because taking your car to its theoretical range limit would destroy expensive hardware. Edit. See, you, mundane Jesus. Below, my description above is for modern car starter batteries. But other types of lead-acid batteries do not have this characteristic. Compared to modern electric cars. Yes, but you could charge a golf cart, typically 6 lead-acid car batteries, in a few hours. Yeah, it took long before laws of physics got a patch in 1947. Cleopatra is chronologically closer to us than she is to when the pyramids were built. Easy misconception: the Egyptians actually didn't live under the pyramids. Those were the subterranean mole people. About a what now? Check it out now. Pyramids killed the mammoth. The fact that the lighter is older than the match shook my head as a kid. It also gave me the curiosity to question things that seems obvious. Matches are just way more complex than I thought as a kid. They aren't just a stick of wood. The Stegosaurus is so old that there were Stegosaurus fossils while living Tyrannosaurus roamed the Earth. Avocados originally relied on American ground sloths to reproduce. They were the only creature that could poo the seeds whole. Then ground sloth went extinct, probably due to overhunting by humans. Then humans cultivated avocados for the next few millennia, and now we still have avocados. Also, dinosaurs like the Stegosaurus were as far apart in time from the T-Rex as the T-Rex is from our time. I remember reading or hearing somewhere that in ancient or medieval times, beer had a very low alcohol content and was very thick. It was essentially a dietary staple, quite similar to the way bread is now. We still take that kind of alcohol in Uganda. Just search for Enchuria. What's it taste like? Another commenter above said that Oxford isn't even the oldest university, but it's the most well-known. Al-Qarawiyyan University in Morocco is the oldest university, founded by Fatima al-Fihri in 859. Class of 859, where you at? Still paying off those student loans. Damn, how old is this Fatima now? 1,200 years. Nintendo was founded in 1889. Van Gogh painted Starry Night in 1889. Adolf Hitler was born in 1889. Edit. Some additions from the comments. Eiffel Tower opened in 1889. Amaki area. Bila blah blah 057 North Dakota became a state in 1889. Regabist pizza was invented in 1889. Vale Yard 89 bonus. That's the year Seri Show's house was built. Additions from Mayeye from comments, year 1888. National Geographic magazine was founded 1888. Foster's beer was first brewed in 1888. Jack the Ripper did most of his murders 1888. Didn't they make cards then? Yeah, they made Hanafuda cards and fought the Yakuza. Nintendo fought the Yakuza. Yes, that's how they ended up in America. Yakuza boss die. Yakuza very mad. Nintendo hide in fishing boat. Daryl give them job. But isn't sliced bread older than that? Nope. Back in those days you ate the whole loaf or no loaf at all. And before Oreos there was Hydrox. Oreo Obi-Wan Kenobi flashback. How, at nearly 40 years of age, am I just finding out this place exists? It makes Stonehenge look kind of boring by comparison. The exterior is a relatively modern recreation. The interior chamber is legit though. Good luck trying to book a spot on the solstice. The waiting list is probably longer than the rest of your life. To this day, however, researchers cannot say for sure what exactly the surgery was trying to fix. Bet the guy had it done because he had ancient baby shark stuck in his head too long. It was crazy common too. To quote Salmonella, you had a larger chance of having a hole in your skull as a caveman and being a redhead as in America. Honestly, that you can sit a piece of plastic on your eyeball that magically corrects your vision. Still astounds me. In so many fields, he was way ahead of his time. The guy truly was a visionary. We don't know it yet, but I'm pretty sure he was just a time traveler stuck in the 1400s. I'd read that book. He got stuck in the 1400s and did everything he could to make his name famous in hopes that someone in the future figures out when he's stuck and comes to rescue him. There was a minor plot point of A Door into Summer by Heinlein that involved a time-traveling grad student named Leonard Vincent. I recall it being mostly a throwaway thing, although it's been a long time since I read it. Paul Rudd. That's just his mainland age. Over here, Kunu has no age. Just going to drop this here. We had alarm clocks that rode themselves down a table and shot off mini cannons in the 1500s. Looks like only one person had it, but damn. Small beer was a dietary staple, but it was low in alcohol. It was safer to drink than water and fairly nutritious. The O connector that we still use for headphones and speakers was invented in 1877. There have been improvements since, but the basics of it are pretty much the same. en.m.wikipedia.org. Stonehenge. It predates the oldest pyramid in Egypt by nearly 300 years. Thanks for watching LWIAR. The best of recent r/AskReddit submissions and comments. If you like this video, check out LWIAR too. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.